Okay, now we fast forward. So the Govardhan-līlā took place when Krishna was 7. And the Rasa-līlā took place when Krishna was 8. At the age of 7, Krishna stole the clothes of the gopis. And he told them, I know what all of you want. You all for 1 month worship goddess Katyayani. And you all secretly pray to have me as your husband. So I will arrange that in the future. So 1 year later, Krishna arranged that they did the Rasa-līlā dance. So a few years after that, Krishna is 11 years old. And all throughout, for the past 11 years, Kamsa has been sending one demon after another to go and kill Krishna. But every demon that Kamsa sent, either Krishna killed or Balaram killed. So at the end of the day, Krishna was Ajita, undefeated. So after Kamsa had sent Keshi, the horse demon, and Narishtasura, the bull demon, Kamsa decided to call Akrura. Akrura was related to Krishna, but he was in Mathura. So Kamsa called Akrura and said, Akrura, I have a job for you. Kamsa's the king. Akrura has to do what he says, otherwise, because Kamsa's not a nice king. He's an evil king. And if you go against Kamsa, bam, you're dead. There's no discussion, no court system. If Kamsa doesn't like what you do, dead. So Kamsa says, Akrura, I don't have anyone like you. You're the only one I have. I'm going to send you on a special mission. I want you to go to Vrindavan. Akrura's going, oh, I'm going to go to Vrindavan. Oh, I want you to bring back Krishna and Balaram. I want to kill them. Akrura's thinking, oh, I'm being sent on an evil mission, but I'm going to get to see Krishna and Balaram. Kamsa said, yes, I've arranged. There's a sacrifice, worship of this special bow. And when Krishna comes, I'll have him killed. I have my big elephant, Kuvalapida. He will kill Krishna. And if Krishna gets away from that, then I'll have the big wrestling match. I have Chanura and Mushtika. They will take care of Krishna. And once Krishna is taken care of, now I can rule without any impediment. So Akrura was thinking, well, at least I'm going to go and see Krishna. So he leaves and he goes on his chariot, and while he's on his way to Vrindavan, he's simply thinking, when I meet Krishna, Krishna will say this. And when I see, he's like meditating. And he's offering prayers to Krishna on the way. And when he enters Vrindavan, he sees something on the ground. Remember what I said. Krishna has something on the bottom of his feet. What is it? The markings. So Akrura gets down from the chariot and sees Krishna's footprints in the dirt. He knows what those markings are. He gets down and off the chariot and rolls in that dirt. He's in ecstasy. I am now rolling in the dust of Krishna's lotus. This is so nice. And by sunset, he arrives at the home of Nanda and Yashoda. And he's greeted because he's like a family member. And then Krishna and Balaram come. And Akrura tells Krishna and Balaram Kamsa's plan. And Krishna and Balaram laugh. They say, Krishna and Balaram said, that Kamsa is the biggest demon and the biggest buffoon of them all. Not to worry. So the next day, Akrura gets up, and Krishna and Balaram are on the chariot, and Akrura is going to take them to Mathura. Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, and the cowherd men, they're also going to go. But the gopis, they don't want Krishna to leave Vrindavan. And they're blocking the chariot. And they're condemning and they're crying out, why this is happening? Why Krishna is leaving us? We cannot live without Krishna. We cannot live like this. So they're trying to stop the chariot from going. They can't live without Krishna. So Krishna tells the gopis, headed by who? Who is the chief of the gopis? Radharani. Krishna says, don't worry. I'm coming right back. I just have to kill a few demons. I'm coming back. Now, don't worry. But the gopis know something. They don't want Krishna to go. But Akrura cracks the whip and the chariot starts to go. And the gopis are just standing there, motionless, watching the chariot as it goes down the lane. And the gopis' hearts are breaking. Oh. So after some time, Akrura stops the chariot by the Yamuna, and Krishna and Balaram get off, and they go into the Yamuna and take a bath. Akrura waits on the chariot. When Krishna and Balaram come back, then it's Akrura's turn to take bath. So Balaram and Krishna are now sitting on the chariot. Akrura goes to take his bath. But when he comes to the Yamuna, he sees Krishna and Balaram. And he said, wait, I just left you on the chariot. Then Krishna and Balaram transform themselves to look like Vishnu and Sheshanag, like you see in all your South Indian temples, right? Padmanabh and all these, right? It's usually Krishna lying on, yes, Ananta Shesh. So Krishna and Balaram becomes Ananta Shesh, and Krishna becomes Narayan lying down. So Akrura offers beautiful prayers, glorifying, because that's Akrura's expertise. Akrura is expert at praying to Krishna. His prayers are the best. So after some time, they both go back on the chariot. And the chariot enters Mathura. And then there are certain events until finally the wrestling match. And Krishna and Balaram take care of Chanura and Mushtika. And then Krishna takes Kamsa, drags him, and straddles his chest and punches him, punches. Kamsa is dead. Jai, Kamsa is dead. Everybody's happy. All right. Then we have Krishna kidnaps Rukmini. I must say, you give me the most interesting assignments. This is very good. All right, everybody chant the Maha Mantra one time. This pastime I know because I've spoken on this many times. So, it has to do with Kamsa, actually. When Kamsa was killed, his 8 or 9 brothers came to defend. And Balaram killed all of Kamsa's brothers. And Kamsa did not have any sons. So his wives, Kamsa had 2 wives, Asti and Prapti. So there's no son to take care of them. They have no option. They have to go back to daddy. And who's their daddy? Jara, Jarasandha. Jarasandha is the father of these two wives of Kamsa. So because no father wants his daughter to come back after she's been married, he spent a lot of trouble getting her married in the first place. Now she's back home, it's a burden. So Jarasandha is angry. And he says, I must get rid of Krishna and his Yadu dynasty because they have put me in this condition that my daughters are now widows. So Jarasandha decides that he is going to attack Mathura, because after Krishna killed Kamsa, Krishna did not go back to Vrindavan. He spent time with his original parents, namely, was that? Vasudeva and Devaki, because the first 11 years they were missing out. So Krishna decided to spend time with them. So now Krishna is living in Mathura. So Jarasandha gathers a huge army and attacks Mathura. Krishna and Balaram destroy Jarasandha's entire army and let Jarasandha go. Why? Because the original reason that Krishna came was that Mother Earth said that she was overburdened by the number of demons on the planet. So you know from Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam. So one of the reasons why Krishna came was to get rid of all the demons on the planet. So Krishna reasoned that if I don't kill Jarasandha, he will get another army of demons, and every time he gathers an army of demons, I'll kill them, and this way my business of killing the demons will go faster. So 17 times Jarasandha attacked Mathura, and 17 times Krishna and Balaram destroyed the entire army and let Jarasandha go. The 18th time, Jarasandha was joined by another demon named Kalayavana. So Krishna and Balaram were a little bit put into difficulty because now they have to fight two demons. So it was at this time that Krishna displayed the pastime of Ranchoraji. He decided, I'm not going to fight Jarasandha this 18th time. And the reason he didn't want to fight Jarasandha the 18th time is that he was expecting something from Rukmini. At this time, Rukmini was about to be married to Shishupal. But Rukmini only wanted to marry Krishna. Rukmini had heard from Narada about Krishna. And just by hearing about Krishna, Rukmini decided, I will only marry Krishna, nobody else. So, Rukmini sent a letter to Krishna. And that letter was delivered not by UPS or FedEx. That letter was sent by a Brahmana. And in that letter, Rukmini said, I have simply heard about you, and just by hearing about you, I have dedicated my life to you. And if I cannot get you as my husband, I will take birth 100 times, as long as it takes, it doesn't matter, but I must have you as my husband. And Krishna also had heard about Rukmini, and he also was attracted. So when the Brahmin read the letter, Krishna decided that he would kidnap Rukmini, because in the letter, Rukmini said, my marriage is tomorrow. You have to come and rescue me tomorrow. So Rukmini gave Krishna the plan how to actually kidnap her so that there would not be too much disturbance. So on the wedding day, the family deity was Durga. And the girls, when they get married, before the marriage, they go to the Durga temple. They pray to Goddess Durga for the successful marriage. So Rukmini had told Krishna what to do. So when Rukmini entered the temple, she prayed to Goddess Durga, please make sure that I get married to Krishna, not to that evil Shishupal. I only want to marry Krishna. When she came out of the temple, she didn't see Krishna. All of a sudden, on his chariot, Krishna came, took Rukmini on his chariot, and drove away. And everybody else is like, what just happened? And it was explained. Rukmini was so beautiful that the princes who were sitting on their horses, when she came out in her beauty, they all fell off their horse. That's how beautiful Rukmini was. So beautiful they fell off their horses. Big, strong men become nothing in front of a beautiful woman. Be careful. Woman is fire, man is butter. That's what the Vedas say. What happens when butter comes in contact with fire? So when a beautiful woman comes before a puffed up man, he melts. Be careful. Be careful. And you're going to have a lot of trouble because you are very handsome. You're going to have lots and lots and lots. Stay strong. Okay? Remember Krishna. Right. And when Maya comes, you say, Hare Krishna. All right? Otherwise, melt, 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 melt. Trust me, I have lots of experience. So, Krishna kidnapped Rukmini, and Shishupal was like, what just happened? So, Rukmini's brother, Rukmi, he said to everyone, this rascal Krishna has kidnapped my sister, and none of you warriors could do anything? Ha! I am going to rescue my sister. So Rukmi went after. So Krishna is driving the chariot and Rukmi is following, and Krishna is shooting arrows, and he kills the horses, he breaks Rukmi's bow, and Rukmi is left with nothing. So then, and Rukmini is on the chariot, she doesn't know everything is happening so fast. So Krishna captured Rukmi and he's about to kill him. And Rukmini falls at his feet. No, no, he's my brother. See how nice, soft-hearted woman is. Even though it was her brother who wouldn't allow Krishna to, everybody in the family wanted Krishna to marry her. It was only Rukmi who said, no, I don't want Krishna marrying my sister, I want Shishupal. Her mother, her father, everybody else wanted Krishna to marry Rukmini. They were all upset when Rukmi got his way because he was the eldest son. You're the eldest son, right? Keep that in mind. You have power. Okay? So Rukmi was the reason. So Krishna was about to kill Rukmi, and Rukmini said, no, no, no. After all, he was only doing what he thought was best. So Rukmini fell at Krishna's feet and begged, Meanwhile, Balaram had just defeated all the other warriors, and he came on the scene and he said to Krishna, Krishna, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's now our family member. He's now your brother-in-law. You can't do this. Then Balaram says to Rukmini, Rukmini, get off the bodily concept of life. Rukmini is a bad guy. He deserves to get punished. Then he goes back to Krishna. Krishna, can't do this to Rukmini. So back and forth, Balaram is preaching to Rukmini not to be upset, and Balaram's preaching to Krishna, don't kill Rukmini. So then Krishna says, well, okay, I got to do something. So Krishna takes his sword and snips and snip, 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 made him look odd looking. So Rukmini said, I'm not going back to my kingdom. I'm going to live somewhere and just live out the rest of my life. I won't cause any more problems. And you know what? Rukmini wanted to be part of the battle of Kurukshetra, but both sides didn't want any part of him. He was going to fight on the side of Krishna, and they said, nah, no thanks. So then Rukmini said, okay, I'll fight on the side of the Kauravas. The Kauravas says, no thanks, Rukmini. Guy's a loser. Nobody wants him. He said, nobody wants me? All right then. To hell with all these guys. And then Krishna took Rukmini back to Dwaraka, and they had a big wedding. And then after this, Krishna only married 16,107 wives. That's all. Drop in the bucket. It's nothing. That's all. It was his renunciation. Even if Krishna married 16 trillion, nothing. Because he's Ananta, unlimited. 16 million compared to unlimited. A drop. All right. I did all of them except Krishna-līlā. You want Krishna-līlā in a certain way. You want me to sing and
story and the song.
Do that now?
Story first, story then the song.
Well, they go in together.
Okay, that's fine.
They go together. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra, please.